Hello everyone and welcome to another Destiny video. It's been a while since my last video. The House of Wolves has released, the Trials of Osiris has released, and for the most part I am enjoying all of it. Now I want to preface this with saying that I have made videos about Destiny's multiplayer in the past and how I think it's unbalanced, and I've offered solutions to how I think that they could fix this. That being said, I do enjoy the multiplayer even though I have problems with it, but I have to say that I am extremely disappointed in the Trials of Osiris. Kind of what of it is as a whole. I mean, the gameplay is basically the Iron Banner, but it's 3v3 elimination, you know, no respawns, only revives. And for them having this type of gameplay, that's fine, you know. A lot of people like this. They don't have very many variations when it comes to their multiplayer modes, so seeing something new is refreshing. Now, my issues aside with the multiplayer that I've said before about it being unbalanced, and it is whoever has the better gear is the one that's going to have a pretty good dominance over the match. This game amplifies that and rewards it in a way. It's kind of a lot like the real economy, that the rich get richer and the poor get poorer, because what they have done is locked endgame level gear behind the Trials of Osiris. By having a certain amount of wins on your scorecard to go and turn in, you will be able to purchase new weapons and armor. And honestly, I really can say that I don't like it, especially with the fact that the only matchmaking that is in Trials of Osiris is that you have to find 3 people to play with, and then it'll find you 3 people to play against. It doesn't match you with any teammates. You're just kind of stuck on your own, which is the exact same problem that the raids have, is that they have high-end gear behind them, you know, locked behind them. And unless you can go and find other people on like Facebook or Reddit or any of the other sites that offer, you know, that type of stuff, you're not going to be able to get any of the gear, and eventually you're going to run into the Trials of Osiris gear in regular multiplayer, and that just it's going to cause more imbalances and more problems. So for everything that I find that I don't like about the Trials of Osiris, I would like to offer, again, ways to improve the multiplayer, I think, to make it at least maybe more fair to other players. They're obviously not going to be changing the gameplay style, and what I mean by that is like the loot-based game. It's not really a skill-based game. I mean, yes, it does take skill to point a cursor at a character, keep it on their head and pull the trigger to kill them. But when you have guns like Hawkmoon or Thorn or The Last Word or what used to be the Osiris, skill really doesn't come into it, because it doesn't require much skill to kill anyone. When you have a weapon that is more overpowering, it raises your time to kill, and depending on what weapon your opponent is using, their time to kill with their weapon may be longer, it may be shorter. But just with those guns involved, and obviously they're not changing anything, this is what they could do to make the Trials of Osiris better. First thing they could do is lower the rounds that it takes to win. And what I mean by that is, in one match playing against one team, you have to win up to 5 rounds. Shorten that. Make it 3. First to 3 rounds wins. It's going to make the matches faster. The second thing that they can do is remove the heavy ammo round. Basically what this boils down to is, on the 3rd round, heavy ammo spawns into the game, and everyone just stands by it and waits for it to appear. And then it basically becomes who has the better rocket launcher. Again, the better gear comes into play. And a lot of the rocket launchers now, especially with the House of Wolves being able to re-roll the weapons to get the perks that you want, they can have tracking, they can have the horseshoes and grenades, which causes cluster bombs and explode on proximity to the enemy. You know. And lastly, they need to do something about the way that the game is strategized and played. A lot of times I would just kind of be staying around where I respawned, waiting for enemies to run through the area, and there were a few periods of time where there was nobody that I ran into, and I'm assuming it's because they were doing the exact same thing, waiting for me to run through and so that they could attack me from where they were at. So maybe shorten the rounds a little bit and penalize each side for a tie, maybe give them a loss for it. But these are my thoughts. What do you guys think? Are you really liking the Trials of Osiris? Would you want them to change anything at all? Go ahead and leave me a comment. Tweet at me on Twitter at SodaCast. And come over and check me out on iTunes at Podcast Uploaded. And until next time, Guardians, thanks for watching.
That's a shame.